Good afternoon, racing fans. Welcome to Race Day Preview. It's a 2-day carnival. So let's jump right into it. First race, 12 noon. We have a field of 9. It's a restricted allowance, 4 years and up, non-reserve 2. Very competitive race. And of such, I have to go with 6 of them. Yes, very competitive. So I'm taking 6 of them. 1, Gilroy. 2, Noble Monarch. 3, Avajoy. 4, Share the Joy. 5, Chinita Estrella. 7, Global Machine. Gilroy ran a good race and last, and finishing up second to dream to reality. This horse has been running some short races, 5 furlong, 4 straight, 5 round. Stretches out now to 6 furlong. I think this is what Gilroy needed. Jaheim Anderson now maintains the ride for the 3rd consecutive occasion. Coming from post position 1, there's not much speed in this race, and I think Gilroy is cherry ripe now and should win this race. 2, Noble Monarch, released the maiden tag, won by 7 1/4 length. Stepped up to none 2. Didn't show much there. Took a little break and is back now, working pretty decent. On the 14th of the 9th, 3 furlong in 36.3. And on the 27th of the 9th, 4 in 51.4. Noble Monarch is now reprogrammed, and I expect this horse to run a much improved race. 3, Avajoy, very interesting horse here. This horse have a lot of back class. Will be in front. He's getting fitter now. Chariot Bullard replaces Omar Walker. Figure 8 on, lay 6 is on again. And as you know, lay 6 should improve a horse by 20% based on what the medical profession says. So look out for Avajoy to run a good race and could upset this one. 4, Share the Joy. This horse is a change-up horse. It's very consistent in her last 4 races. Very fit right now. Shane Ellis now replaces Gavin Harris. Look out for Share the Joy to run another brave race. 5, Chinita Estrella. This horse, the last 3 times this horse ran poorly. But before that, Chinita Estrella ran some very good races with much better horses. Took a little break, is now back. 27th of the 9th, 3 in 38.2. And on the 1st of the 10th, 3 furlong in 38 flat. Jamar Jackson replaces Andrew Wright. And you know Jamar is a very strong rider. Sparingly used though. Chinita Estrella. Once this horse is sound, this horse will be closed and is good enough to catch these. 7, Global Machine, very disappointing horse. However, this is a much easier assignment for Global Machine, and I expect this horse to run a much improved race. Tongue tie is now on, so let's see what Global Machine will do. Demar Williams calls to do duty. Demar is riding very good of late. I'm going to go with horse number 1, Gilroy, to get the better of horse number 7, Global Machine. For 3rd, look for number 2, Noble Monarch. For 4th, Avajoy. For 5th, horse number 4, Share the Joy. 5, Chinita Estrella. Look for good run from also horse number 6, Captain Fantastic, but this horse needs to do much better. Moving on, race 2. It's a 3 years and up, optional claiming, 350 down to 250, 7 declared, 7.5 furlong. I'm going to go with 3 of them. And that is 3, Lion of a Catty, 5, Genealogy, 7, Splendid Vision. Lion of a Catty. So this is very fit right now. Won his last 2 races from 3 start. Last time out, this horse won by 4 1/4 length when beating Heroine and Casual Peach. Picked up a little weight though, up to 56.5 kilo. Lion of a Catty is so fit. With love, 7.5. Ryan Lewis maintains the ride. I think this is the horse they will all have to beat. Watch out, Lion of a Catty is coming to run. 5, Genealogy. Not doing badly of late though, but we know this horse can do much better. This horse is now down to 350. Race at 500,000 on the last 2 occasions when beaten by High Diplomacy and Tigray Express. This is a much easier assignment for Genealogy, and as such, I am willing to give this horse a chance of winning this race. Could be the upsetter in this race. 7, Splendid Vision, getting fitter and fitter with each run. Last time out, this horse was seen making a sharp move, going 6, had some traffic problem there, and ended up 5th by 4 lengths, beaten by Anonymous, Vicky, and T. Brady. This is a much easier assignment for Splendid Vision, down from 500 to 350. Sneaky Fox, Radish Roman is now calls up to ride this one. Splendid Vision, I think, will give Lion of a Catty the most to do. I'm going to take horse number 7, Splendid Vision, to get the better of horse number 3, Lion of a Catty. Then for third, horse number 5, Genealogy. Look for a good run from Print Quality. Moving on, race 3. It's a restricted allowance, 4 years and up, numbers of 3. 7 declared, 7.5 furlong. I'm going to go with 3 of them. 2, Crown Chaser. 4, Wicked Cassie. 7, Eat and Run. Crown Chaser. This horse is somewhat of a disappointment. To know that this horse won the Derby last year. Also, this horse finished second in the St. Ledger. Has not lived up to expectation. Crown Chaser continues to find 1 or 2 better. Working pretty decent, you could say though. On Sunday the 21st of the 9th, 7 furlong in 132.4. And on the 27th of the 9th, 6 furlong in 117.2. Dane Dawkins replaces Shane Ellis. Let's see what Crown Chaser will do comes Saturday. 4, Wicked Cassie, very fit right now, was beaten by Unruly Don and Last. Before that, 6 by 11 length when beaten by Goodbye Firefly. That was a very fast run race. Wicked Cassie now back to 7.5 furlong. Demar Williams maintains the ride. This is the horse I think will win this race. 7, Eat and Run. Now, I choose Eat and Run. The fact that this race, there's not much speed here. And this is the kind of race that Eat and Run loves. If you notice, whenever time Eat and Run win a race, is always the lone speed. And as such, I'm willing to give this horse outside shot. This horse can go to the lead and could hold it right to the wire. I think Bushfire is the only other horse here but could give Eat and Run some problem for the first 3 furlong or so. But Eat and Run is very fit, and I think Jason wisely placed this horse in this race as the lone speed horse, and as such, I'm giving this one an outside shot. I'm going to take horse number 4, Wicked Cassie, to beat horse number 2, Crown Chaser, for third, Eat and Run, horse number 7. But ladies and gentlemen, don't be surprised if this 7 horse go right to the lead and create a mild upset. Moving on, race 4. It's 5 years and up, optional claiming. 5 furlong straight. I have a field of 8. I'm going to go with 3 of them. 1, Cold Pursuit. 7, Absolute Blue. 8, Sudden Flight. Cold Pursuit. 4th by 3 length and last when beaten by a Big Guy in the Sky and Sudden Flight. Before that, ran very poorly. However, Cold Pursuit has some ability, has back class. Coming from post position 1, that's the only minus for me, going over the straight. However, Philip Parchment is a very strong rider. Could get Cold Pursuit in a striking position, and this horse could catch them in deep stretch. 7, Absolute Blue, is another horse that will be coming on in deep stretch. 5th by 7.5 on last when beaten by Queen's Anne. Is now back. Demar Williams will be closing. Is very fit and sound. Watch out for Absolute Blue. This could be the spoiler. 8, Sudden Flight. This horse finally got a race that should be able to take care of these. Dane Dawkins picked up the ride now. Sudden Flight has a lot of speed, has back class, drawn post position 8. And I think Sudden Flight will finally get it right come Saturday. I'm going to take horse number 8, Sudden Flight, to get the better of horse number 1, Cold Pursuit. Then for third, horse number 7, Absolute Blue. Look for a good run from horse number 6, Jackson. Was seen running on in that race, won by Big Guy in the Sky. Moving on, race 5. It's 3 heroes and up. Optional claiming 700 down to 600. We have a field of 9. 5 furlong straight. I think I'm going to just boil this race down to 2 horse. And that is 4, Basilicus. 8, Talona. Basilicus, second by 3 1/4 length and last and beaten by Best Daughter-in-Law. Before that, third by 8 length after slowing to stride, beaten by Whiskey. Basilicus is very fit. His horse is very speedy. Has pace. Dane Dawkins now calls on once again. Look out for Basilicus to be prompting the pace and should be right there in the closing stages. 8, Talona. Now, on back class, Talona would beat these by a city block. Once reported, even 70% sound, I'm pretty sure Talona with the Cardenas will take care of these. And I'm not going to waste much time in this race. 5th by 8 length and last when beaten by Sensational Move. And that was at the $1,000 claiming level. It's now down. Pitted amongst some suspect. Talona, like I said, 70% sound should take care of these. And as such, I'm going to make horse number 8, Talona, my first choice to get the better of horse number 4, Basilicus. Look for good run from horse number 9, Magical Mood, and horse number 7, Fort Haldane, who has been looking up at exercise. Moving on, race 6, restricted allowance, 3 years and up, none is of 2 imported, 3 years maiden, 10 declared, 7 furlong. I'm going to boil this race down to 3 of them. 1, I am outstanding. 5, Princess Chris. 8, Prince Roy. I am outstanding. Ran a much improved race on last when beaten by Mark Identity. Before that, third by 9.5 when beaten by H2 and Brampton Boy. Radish Roman now replaces Aaron Chatry. Picked up some weight though, from 54 kilo up to 56. But this horse is so fit. I am outstanding. He's coming to run. Watch out. Very dangerous horse. 5, Princess Chris. It's a US bred horse. Has been running pretty decent races amongst better horses. This is a much easier assignment for Princess Chris. Figure 8 now on. Watch out. This could be the spoiler. Lemar Williams is on some live rides. Watch out for this Princess Chris. Much easier assignment for her. 8, Prince Roy. This is horse I think they will all have to beat. Second by 2 length and last and beat by Sashon. Before that, 10 by 22 length. He's now back. Anthony Hallin picks up the ride once again. Prince Roy. So fit right now. Figure 8 on again. I expect Prince Roy to win this race. And of such, I'm going to take horse number 8, Prince Roy, to get the better of horse number 1, I Am Outstanding. For third, Princess Chris. Horse number 5 could be the spoiler. Look for a good run from horse number 7. Cut out. Moving on, race 7, restricted stakes, imported trios and up. We have a field of 6. We're going 8 furlong or 1 mile. I'm going to boil this race down to 2 hours. And that is 3 H2O, 6 American Aviator. H2O, one and last, beating Rocket Fire Seb. With all the rage on that day. Is now back. This is a much easier assignment for H2O. Picked up some weight though. Shane maintains the ride. This horse is improving. This horse is very classy. This is an easy assignment for H2O. And this is the horse they will all have to beat. 6, American Aviator. I think this horse is getting fitter and fitter. Stretches out now from 6 furlong to 1 mile. I think this is what American Aviator needed. Should be able to relax. Will come from off the pace. Robert Halliday picks up the ride once again. And I think this is the horse that will give H2O the most to do. I'm going to take horse number 3, H2O, to get the better of horse number 6, American Aviator. Look for a good run from horse number 1. Mark my identity, who is improving, but my firm choice is H2O. Race 8 is a maiden condition race. 3 years and up. 8 declared. They're going 5.5 furlong. Gonna boil this race down to 3 of them. 1, Big LA. 2, Slam Sharp. 5, Rush of Class. Big LA on debut ran a very good race. Led for the first 4, then weakened. Been caught by Royal Maverick and Humility. Humility came back and ran a blinder on last, so that argues well for this Big LA. Seems to have a lot of scope for improvement. Should be right there when this is being decided. 2, Slam Sharp. Third by 7.5 length on last, when beat by Ease Sensational and Good Conscience. Shane Ellis picks up the ride once again. I think Slam Sharp is very fit right now. Race amongst better horses than these. So Slam Sharp should fight out this one. 5, Rush of Class is another horse that ran well on debut. The second time out, second by a head when beaten by Platinum Princess. You saw Platinum Princess came back and ran very well, step up in class. It's working pretty decent. On the 14th of the 9th, 6 in 1, 19.4. On the 21st of the 9th, 4 in 49.2. And on the 29th of the 9th, 3 furlong in 36. Flat. This horse is at the top of the scale though, 57 kilo with Dane Dawkins. I expect Rush of Class to run very encouraging race. Note, blinkers is now on. I'm going to take horse number 1, Big LA, who is much lighter than these, to get the better of horse number 2, Slam Sharp. Then for third, big favorite, Rush of Class. Look for good run from horse number 7, Army Recruit. Moving on, ninth and final. So graded stakes, open allowance, 3,000 up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a race worth miles to see. Very competitive, and as such, I'm gonna go with at least 8 of them. The only 2 that I'm gonna rule out is Blue Vinyl and Sheer Delight. You can find a banker somewhere. H2O looks like a banker, so too Talona. So, ladies and gentlemen, spread deep in the final race. And as such, I'm going to go with 1, Fearless Force, 2, Packed Play, 3, Supernatural Power, 4, Desert of Malibu, 5, Fun Can Done, 8, Tis Talk, 9, Legacy Isles, 10, Ride All Day. 8 of them in this race. Fearless Force is ours, doesn't have much early speed, but will be closing as a late kick. A lot of speed here, so watch out for Fearless Force. Filipiani has a strong hand here. Watch out for Fearless Force, will be closing, could catch them in deep stretch. 48 kilo, compliments of Jaheim Anderson. Don't leave Fearless Force. 2, Pax Play, Source is working very well. 6 furlong in 113-1. Has a lot of speed, have pace. Was beaten by Legacy Isles and last. Is now back. 47 kilo. Compliments of Ramon Napier. This is a very dangerous horse. Pax Play. Blinkers now off. He's coming to run. 3, Supernatural Power. So horse is improving with each and every run. 1 and last. Beating Tistalk and Gravano. Supernatural Power is so fit. The Cardenas replaces Radish Roman. This is 50 kilo. Visor is now off. Supernatural Power will be flying. Watch out, very dangerous horse. 4, Desert of Malibu. Another horse that is very fit, has pace, has speed. Although carrying 56 kilo, I'm not gonna leave this one. This horse has a lot of class. Dane Dawkins replaces Radish Roman, second by Shorter Than Last when beaten by Fun Can Done. Watch out for Desert of Malibu, will be on that lead. Very dangerous. 5, Fun Can Done. This horse is very fit, very classy. Although shoulder 57 kilo, you can't underestimate Fun Can Done. There'll be a lot of speed here, and this horse will be rolling in the final 2 furlong. Could catch them in deep stretch. 8, Tistalk is another horse that is fit, has a lot of speed, has a lot of pace. 50.5 kilo is another handicap horse here. Beaten by Supernatural Power on last after slowing to stride. However, he's back now. Watch out for Tistalk. This is another horse that could spring a surprise. 9, Legacy Isles. Very dangerous horse, has a lot of speed again, a lot of pace. 56 kilo. Radish Roman maintains the ride for the 5th consecutive occasion. Will be on the headline. This race is going to come down to jockeyship. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, very interesting race. Worth miles to see, as I said before. Don't leave Legacy Isles. 10, Ride All Day. This horse is improving with each and every run. Won his last 2 races easily. Beating Money Market on last. Is now back. On that day, Ride All Day carries 57 kilo with Ian Spence. Is now down to 51. Compliments of Paul Country Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to make a decision as to my top choice. I'm going to stick with Ride All Day. Horse number 10, Ride All Day, to get the better of horse number 3, Supernatural Power. For third, horse number 2, Pack Play. For fourth, 1, Fearless Force. 4, Desert of Malibu. 5, Fun Can Done. 8, Tistalk. 9, Legacy Isles. To fit to those other places, this race can go either way, but I'm sticking with horse number 10, Ride All Day. That's it for me, racing fans. Continues to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Best of luck. See you at the races.